being a teenager is, of course, a tough time for a lot of girls. And in a revealing interview in British Vogue, Victoria Beckham has written what's really a very candid letter to her 18-year-old self called What I Wish I'd Known. Now, some of the things that she writes to herself include, you have never properly fitted in. You're not the prettiest or the thinnest. You have bad acne. I know you're struggling right now. Do you know, that could have been a letter to me. that was me when I was growing up. Do you think it's a good idea to write a letter to your teenage self?
Well, we've already had a row about this morning, haven't we? Let's be honest.
Go on then, set your stall out.
I just think it's self-indulgent. I really do. I think it's people who get to middle age and they don't want to confront what they are now and who they are now and all the issues that they have now. And so they start waxing lyrical to their 18-year-old. I'm sorry, I think it's bunkum.
Or don't you think when we... You what?
Bunkum. Mary Berry taught me that word. Hey, Paul, do you fancy a bunkum? Say it all the time.
I mean, I don't think it's one or the other. I mean, I'm definitely an early 50s woman, you know, looking at myself and wondering how I can improve and all of that. But also I look back to when I was 18 and take comfort, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, take comfort that actually time passes on and all the things I used to obsess about, you know, it passes. Though the new things I'm obsessing about now, when I'm in my 60s, just won't matter as much.
But it'll take me 32 years to learn that.
Is there nothing that you would say to your angst-ridden teenage self?
Yeah, I would, but I don't know what the point is. I mean, I do think...
Oh, sometimes it's not just for the point, it's just because it's a nice thing to do.
Yes, I've written it down. I'm happy to share with you. By the way, she's been very moderate. She called me a silly cow this morning.
To be fair, you've been asking for a lot more of that.
I've been in one of those moods today. I have been 18 years of age all morning. Right, it says, Dear Kay, it's me. Self-indulgent bunkum. I know you like staying in every Friday night with your gay best pal eating ice cream and watching Cheers, but you're never going to get a boyfriend that way.
That'd be it. Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
God, mine's about 4 pages long. I have to cut it down.
Self-indulgent twaddle.
Mine is to me mum. Look, I've written, I know you think it's fun to stay up late and break the rules with your friends, but stop putting your mum through the trouble that you do. One day you'll realise just how much she does for you and your sister. She's worked so hard to provide you with a lovely childhood that you've had. Appreciate her. She's wiser than you think, and one day she won't be around anymore and you'll miss all her love and her wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda.
It has put me to shame a little bit, and I would like to say I totally appreciate that. It's heartfelt, and I don't want to be rubbishing it, but that's not your job when you're 18, but if that's you when you're 18, then you've got to be that and you've got to get that out. I don't think you can take the wisdom of 30 years and put it in an 18-year-old. You've got to let 18-year-olds be 18-year-old. Yeah. And I don't think your mum would have changed you.
She probably would have.
Do you know what's really interesting is you say you've got to let 18-year-olds be 18-year-olds. That's kind of what I'm saying to my 18-year-old self, because I didn't.
Okay.
Mine is, honest to God, mine was like a Harry Potter scroll. But I've cut it down, and I'll cut it down even more. Mine says, Dear Andrea, because that's what my parents call me, I'm really proud of how strong you are and your energy to keep going when the going gets tough. It's a brilliant quality, and it's wonderful that you have it and you've kept hold of it. But here's the thing. Sometimes it's good to give up. To walk away and admit defeat, admit you got it wrong. Stop worrying about what other people think of you, if your parents will be disappointed in you, if your friends won't understand you. They all love you and they will. It's okay to make mistakes, so stop stressing. Actually, I'm not going to edit it down, I'm going to read it all. Without falling down and getting back up again, you won't know what heartbreak feels like, or humiliation, or loss and failure. And these are just as important in life as perfection and joy. Getting things right every time, never messing up, and being Little Miss Perfect Pants makes you two-dimensional instead of three, brittle rather than flexible, intolerant rather than accepting. I used to think that getting it wrong meant I was a failure, but it doesn't. Success is failure turned inside out. Be thankful for every trip and fall. It'll be the making of you.
True. If you love anything about your life, you can't regret anything, can you? Because just you would have made so many different turns, and you wouldn't have got to where you were.
But that's what mine is. Let it. You know, my favourite song is "Let It Go," and I cry every time it comes on because I wish
I was here in the toilet.
Because
dressing room next to me.
Because I wish that I'd been more like that when I was younger. Just don't stress so much. If you don't have to always colour in the lines and get it all right and you know, being imperfect, making a fool of yourself can sometimes be the making of you.
Absolutely.
When you're 18, you don't feel like that. You're all...
Yeah, I know, but I just don't think you can fast forward that experience. I think you have to live that to learn that.
Yeah.
God, that sounded good, didn't it?
We need to find you a tree to sit under cross-legged.
You've got to live it to learn it.
Go on,
I love it.
what's yours? What's
So,
yours?
Nadia, you will waste a lifetime worrying about what everyone thinks of you. You will drink and party far too much to try and shut up those nasty little voices in your head. But trust me, you will, rather joyfully, get to a place where you worry more about what you think of everyone else rather than what they think of you. Unfortunately, this doesn't happen till your 50s. P.S. You will also discover that whatever money you spend on trying to rid yourself of cellulite will be money down the drain.
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.